True love is like ghosts, which a true friend is the greatest of all blessings, and that which we take the least care of all to acquire. Neither the sun nor death can be looked at with a steady eye. If we had no faults of our own, we should not take so much pleasure in noticing those in others. Jealousy contains more of self-love than of love. However rare true love may be, it is less so than true friendship. Everyone complains of his memory, and nobody complains of his judgment. To know how to hide one's ability is great skill. How can we expect another to keep our secret if we have been unable to keep it ourselves? We promise according to our hopes and perform according to our fears. To achieve greatness, one should live as if they will never die. We often forgive those who bore us, but we cannot forgive those whom we bore. Good advice is something a man gives when he is too old to set a bad example. Mediocre minds usually dismiss anything which reaches beyond their own understanding. There is only one kind of love, but there are 1,000 imitations. True love is like ghosts, which everyone talks about and few have seen. It is easier to be wise for others than for ourselves. Nothing is so contagious as example, and we never do any great good or evil which does not produce its like. Jealousy lives upon doubts. It becomes madness or ceases entirely as soon as we pass from doubt to certainty. Confidence contributes more to conversation than wit. The happiness and misery of man depend no less on temper than fortune. Taste may change, but inclination never. We are more interested in making others believe we are happy than in trying to be happy ourselves. Before we set our hearts too much upon anything, let us examine how happy they are who already possess it. The mind is always the patsy of the heart. There are bad people who would be less dangerous if they were quite devoid of goodness. Old people love to give good advice. It compensates them for their inability to set a bad example. If we have not peace within ourselves, it is in vain to seek it from outward sources. We always love those who admire us, but we do not always love those whom we admire. If we are to judge of love by its consequences, it more nearly resembles hatred than friendship. Silence is the safest course for any man to adopt who distrusts himself. One can find women who have never had one love affair, but it is rare indeed to find any who have had only one. We have no patience with other people's vanity because it is offensive to our own. There is no better proof of a man's being truly good than his desiring to be constantly under the observation of good men. Weakness of character is the only defect which cannot be amended.